Hello friends. Do you know what species can grow up to 5 feet long, weigh up to 400 pounds, and is one of the most destructive invasive species in America? Wild boar is the correct answer. Wild boars, also known as feral pigs, are the most destructive invasive species on the planet, invading agricultural land, destroying crops, livestock, and human habitat. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, feral pigs cause about $2.5 billion in damage to agriculture each year. So what measures has the U.S. government and people taken to deal with these wild boars? Join us to explore in today's video. As you can see, the hunter group is gathering and planning for today's wild boar hunt. All members must have a hunting license and prepare themselves with appropriate hunting equipment. The gun used is usually the AR-15 rifle, chosen for its reliability and rapid fire ability. Each rifle is equipped with high-caliber ammunition, usually .223 or .308, effective for quickly taking down healthy pigs. Noise-canceling headphones are integrated with the communication system, allowing team members to talk to each other over the roar of the helicopter's engine. At 6 a.m., the Robinson R-44 helicopter, famous for its agility and suitability for wild boar hunting, took off. The pilot will fly the plane over an area determined to have a wild boar population. Once the target is identified, the pilot will control the helicopter to provide the best possible angle for the shooter. This involves keeping the helicopter at a steady altitude, typically between 100 and 300 feet above the ground, depending on terrain and vegetation. The shooter must take into account both helicopter and target movements. This requires them to stay ahead of the target, predicting where the boar will be by the time the bullet reaches it. The helicopter's speed can vary but typically ranges between 30 and 40 mph during firing. Accuracy is critical, not only to ensure a quick, humane kill but also to prevent stray bullets from causing unintended damage. A typical hunt can kill from 10 to 20 wild boars, depending on the density of the herd and the duration of the flight. Next, follow the hunters to hunt herds of wild boars underground. Hunters will prepare appropriate equipment such as guns, ammunition, and protective clothing. Common firearms include rifles, shotguns, and sometimes handguns. The rifle is popular for its range and accuracy, commonly available in calibers such as the .308 Winchester, .30-06 Springfield, or 7.62 x 39 mm. Hunters should use ammunition specifically designed for hog hunting. Forest. Fully metal-coated bullets are generally banned because they do not expand on impact like softer point bullets, which are more humane. Hunters also need to wear camouflage to blend in with the environment, and bright orange is often chosen to make it visible to other hunters and ensure safety. They then need to identify areas where wild boars are active. Wild boars prefer dense forests with water sources. Signs that can easily be found are tree roots in the soil, tree stains, and dents. Wild boars are active mainly in the early morning or late afternoon, so this is the right time to hunt them. Hunters need to walk quietly through wild boar habitat trying to find them by sight or sound. This requires patience and a good understanding of wind direction to avoid awakening wild boars with your scent. Hunters can wait in bushes or ground blinds near trails or hog feeding areas. Then the hunter needs to aim accurately. The most effective shot location is usually behind the shoulder, targeting the heart and lung area. Headshots are not recommended as the wild boar's thick skull can deflect bullets. The effective range varies depending on the type of gun, but typically shots are made within 100 yards to ensure accuracy and humane destruction. In addition, to ensure greater safety when hunting wild boars, hunters can also use traps to catch these formidable animals. This method is considered less risky than direct confrontation. Commonly used traps include large cage traps and barrier traps, both of which are designed to capture wild boar without harming it. Traps are often baited with foods that are attractive to boars, such as corn or fermented fruit, and are placed along routes frequented by wild boars. Cage traps are usually made of sturdy metal and have a trigger mechanism to close the cage door when wild boars enter. This type of trap is often used for smaller or specific groups of boars. Corral traps, on the other hand, are larger and capable of catching multiple animals at once, making them suitable for areas with a large number of wild boars. When setting traps, it is important to consider wild boar behavior and habitat to increase your chances of success. Traps must be checked regularly to ensure that any animals captured are handled humanely. Additionally, in many places, trapping wild boars requires specific permits or compliance with wildlife management regulations to ensure ethical treatment and control of wild boar herds.